You talked about kind of the medium servicing the audience.
Yeah.
Who is your intended audience?
So, for lack of a better word, the intended audience of Who Streets is black people. What's up? My name is Damon Davis, and I am one of the directors of Who Streets. So Who Streets is the story of the Ferguson Rebellion, told by people that lived it. Well, I hope that this film creates conversation amongst black people and amongst people that understand these problems firsthand.
The argument around this gotta be, do we need police in the current institution? We gotta talk about policing as an institution, and it's a failed institution. St. Louis City spent $1 million in 12 days going out to Ferguson. But I think the problem is we having this conversation, and the people who can be held accountable ain't here.
People talk about preaching to the choir in a negative way, right? But anybody that's been to church, the choir is the people that show up every Sunday. So those people are probably the people that need God the most. We wanted to tend to the people that's affected the most and the people that need to see this the most, to know that they're not crazy, to know that the things that they go through is not necessarily something they brought upon themselves, you know what I'm saying? Because that's always the narrative.
You must disperse immediately or be subject to arrest.
Just to know that like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you see police with M16 strapped across their bodies, asking you for an ID to see if you even live in this area. And it's just like, you don't even live in this area. Like, how are you gonna keep me out?
We are not confused about what's happening. We are not confused about the violence that happens in our own communities, nor are we confused about the violence that comes from outside forces, right? And so I think by keeping that at the forefront and not pandering to other people or screaming for some empathy that's never going to show up, and just like keeping it real with the people that go through this, I think that we were able to accomplish something and show black people from a lens that is rarely seen. I think that's the best thing I could say, is just like the black people take away a sense of pride and dignity when they leave this film that they may not have ever seen or they forgot somewhere along the way. And for those that are always woke, I hope they just feel validated and vindicated on the things they already knew, Yeah.